25.
It's coming.
It's coming, grinders. Hit that like button. We got Astro in the house.
All in all the bots, Astrobot's the king, running through the spots on a great big swing. PlayStation got its star, like Mario's might. Metacritic rating so far, 94 in sight. Jump and soar through the game. Astrobot's the name. Feel no shame. Levels full of fun, challenges to beat. PlayStation's #1, got us on our feet. Promise and design, platform or dream. Every mountain to climb feels like a gleam. Jump and
Turn it up.
25.
It's coming.
game. Astrobot's the name. Feel no shame.
On PlayStation. On PlayStation.
25.
It's coming.
Got its star, like Mario's might. Metacritic rating so far, 94 in sight. Jump and soar through the game. Astrobot's the name. Feel no shame. Levels full of fun, challenges to beat. PlayStation's #1, got us on our feet. Timeless in design, a platform or dream. Every mountain to climb feels like a gleam. Jump and soar through the game. Astrobot's the name. Feel no shame.
25.
It's coming.
Astrobot, flying high, spaceship in the sky. Galaxies collide, crew is scattered wide. Alien rival came, wrecked our mothership in flames.
Gaming Grindhouse
Now we
music.
need to save starlit worlds we crave. Jump,
PlayStation.
punch, run. Froggy gloves on. Collect the crew on 50 planets new. Sponge, Astrobot, giant across the starry quiet. Platform power height in the deep space night. Over planets more, belts and meteor, galactic heroes soaring, hyperdrive explore. Jump, punch, run. Froggy gloves on. Collect the crew on 50 planets new. Alien rival came, wrecked our mothership in flames. Now we need to save starlit worlds we crave. Jump, punch, run. Froggy gloves on. Collect the crew on 50 planets new. Sponge, Astrobot, giant across the starry quiet. Platform power height in the deep space night. Over planets more, belts and meteor, galactic heroes soaring, hyperdrive explore. Jump, punch, run. Froggy gloves on. Collect the crew on 50 planets new.
Yo, grinders, what's up? How you doing? Happy Friday! Friday. Holy crap. Yes, it's Friday. And it is gaming time. My goodness, my goodness. So we got Astrobot releasing today. I streamed some Warhammer Space Marine 2 last night. Gone on that Wukong. Dude, it is wild. Mana came out. By the way, I forgot all about that one. And then I have a special thing to show everybody today. How's everybody doing? Come on in here, hit that like button, share it out. We got Friday Grinds Gaming Bite. We got some things to talk about. It has been a roller coaster of a week. My goodness gracious, especially, holy crap, there goes the microphone. There it goes. Holy crap. Just rip that microphone right off my desk. Pause on that one. Oh man. How's everybody doing out there? Shout out to Mr. Tennis, The Unknown, Robert Max, Log Hog, Anonymous Boss. How you doing, King Manuel? What's up? Say yo. How you doing? Wild Wolf in the house. How you doing? Everybody coming on in. LM, open the gates, he said. Oh, damn. Anonymous Boss says it's coming.
25.
It's coming.
It's here. Yes, thank you. It's not just coming. It's here. How you doing, everybody coming on in here? Ryan, yo. Yeah, rip that thing right out of the friggin' wall. Holy crap. Just about to get Astrobot. Me too. I'm just about to get it too, man. But yeah, so crazy stuff. So I had a couple of topics, definitely a few topics, obviously the ones in the title, and then there's some other things. We'll go down the Twitter things that I have here, some things I wanted to talk about. So I'll timestamp it later, but I do want to let everybody know that the new emoji is in the works for the Gaming Grindhouse, VIPs and Ultimate Grinders. But first, let me just tell you, the Ultimate Grinders, the music you've been listening to, the music that you hear, that is on a playlist and day one Ultimate Grinding tier. If you want to upgrade your VIPs to Ultimate, or you want to just get an Ultimate Grinder, you get all the music day one and in a playlist, and you can listen to as much as you want, and then I trickle it down as it kind of like says there. But if you want day one, want the songs when they come out, when they mean something, when they're like applicable to what's going on, sometimes I send them out. Ultimate Grinders, that's the tier that you want to be in. VIPs get all the emojis, and also speaking about emojis, I'm working on the brand new one. And just to let you know, we are 25 members away. We have 200 members. We're about 25 members away from the new emoji. I just checked it out. I'm going to tell you right now, this one is one of my, this one I think is the one that everybody wants. And if you missed the show, what's it on? Yeah, it was on Monday. On Sunday, I did a show because I was out. If you missed it, you would know about the, oh my goodness, what just happened? I just messed something up. Uh-oh. I was going to show the new emoji, and then it just went, kablooey. I'll fix it right now. I have to fix my emoji. But yes, if you knew, you heard about a little segment. I actually timestamped it for everybody. So I think we know our new emoji that it's going to be. I'm thinking, no, not it's coming. That would be a good emoji. But I think that this is the one the grinders really want. I think this is the one that they've been doing. I think this is the one that you're going to want here with 25. Oh, man, there he is. There's two of them. The two Utes. Where'd he go? It's in the background? I don't know what's going on. There we go. So you want to see it? So we hit 25 members. We're going to get it. I'm going to show you right now. This will be the new emoji coming to the Gaming Grindhouse. We're going to talk about them. If you missed it on Sunday, go back and listen to it. Ron wants that new emoji. He got the 5 members coming in. Oh, he wants them. We need 25. According to YouTube, we need 25 to add the 19th emoji to the Gaming Grindhouse. The 19th emoji, and you're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to, not going to want to miss it. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the 19th emoji. Once we hit the members of over 25 members for the day, here it is. Xbox Ninjas!
25.
It's coming.
We're going to get the Xbox Ninjas emoji rolling in there. We got it. Everybody wants more information on the Xbox Ninjas. If you listen to Sunday's show, you will know what they are. They may show up. I do have some inside knowledge on the Xbox Ninjas, and I'll let you know more about it as we do the show today. I do have some more insiders. I know what they're working on. But as we mentioned, Xbox Ninjas, 2 guys, 1 tooth. We got a new emoji in the house, Xbox Ninjas. So If you get your membership, this will be the new emoji that you'll be able to use in the gaming grindhouse. That's the next one. Walk hard with a gaming membership. Many O's with 5 of them. It's coming.
It's coming.
That emoji's coming. It's coming. You want it. You want it. They want that emoji. There it is. Xbox Ninjas emoji. It will be wonderful. So there will be your next emoji. Worth every penny, Mr. Tennis says. Oh, shit. That's it. So we need about... I just checked, and we got the 25... Let me just double check. I got it. The 25 members, and then we'll get a new emoji for the 19th emoji. Jesus, I can't believe we got 19. I remember when I had 4. Dude, we got 19 emojis in this bitch. Let's go. That's right. Let's get those emojis, man. But, yo, shout, thank you so many. Olis, thank you, Ron, and thank you, Lord Hog, man. And a little bit. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I want to get that emoji out to everybody. I can't add any more emojis. We like the Microsoft. We got the Skip. We got them all. We definitely need the Xbox Ninjas to the slew of incredible emojis that we have here on this thing. So, yeah. So this has been a roller coaster ride. And the first thing I definitely wanted to do while the grinders are coming on in here, let me get this. So share it out as we're getting everybody in here. Let me just do this. To make sure I got this. There you go. Dude, I'll tell you more about the Xbox Ninjas. See, Buck Rogers remembers when the Grindhouse was quadruple A with 40 people. Remember that? Holy, when they were talking about the dude, that was an old school freaking reference right there, man. Quadruple A podcast. Holy crap. That's right, for Bristol. Don't worry, we're gonna hear more about the Xbox Ninjas. I have some more inside news, what they're working on. But yeah, dude, when they called the initiative a quadruple A studio and they got 40 people working there, I remember when we had about 40 people live in the chat, I was like, we're a quadruple A podcast. And now forget about it. Now you got, I don't know what the hell, how many A's we are. I don't know how many A's we're doing here. But the unknown said he was one of the 40, man. You got a lot of OGs, man. That lets you know as you're coming in here, hit that subscribe button, because another milestone is we are 85 grinders away from the 3,000 mark. Never thought I'll be able to say friggin' 3,000 subscribers, but man, it is right there. It is right there. Just 85 more people. So if you want to be there, you can see all the people in the chat, man. We've been the OG grinders for 5 years. They've been listening to my podcast, watching Evolve for over 5 years, man. If that doesn't tell you about an entertaining show, then I don't know what it is. Everybody, so if you're here, hit that subscribe button, join the Gaming Grindhouse. It's fun, skits. These things just come to my head. So I don't even know what am I going to say, when am I going to say it. You just want to be here live when I say it and react with me, because I crack myself up as well. So let's start with something different. You know, everybody's hyped up. We got the music going. We'll talk about Concord in a bit, but I want to do something special for the grinders as they're coming on in here. Hit that like button. We're over 100 already. Jeez, this is what I mean. The grinders are incredible. Well, let's do something especial, and let's go into something that just came to my door. You could, I guess, what it is, but what is this? It is our control. We're going to unbox it live. So start off with some fun. This just arrived. Yo, dude, this box is pretty cool. I was about to throw it away. I was like, oh, this box I'm throwing away. Dude, it has embossing of the controllers. Dude, like all the buttons and stuff, they are embossed. So like it raises up as a texture to it. It's pretty cool. Not bad, dude. But this box is really branded really well. Like and really cool. And we're gonna unlock it live. Look, I didn't even break the seal. I wasn't even doing that fake unboxing thing. Like I opened it up and then I gotta repackage it. Dude, I was like, no. We're doing this for the grinders live. We're gonna do this live. I'm gonna get my initial reaction, not this fabricated, ooh, let me unbox it. No, we're gonna I'm cutting this open right now. We're gonna unbox this for resale. That's what we're gonna do. For real, we're unboxing this thing. So let's unbox it. I'll make sure I don't cut myself and go to the hospital on a Friday. We don't want to do that. Yo, ask me about Warhammer. Dude, Warhammer, I streamed last night. I've been 6 hours in that freaking game. Dude, it's awesome. It is Gears on steroids with aliens. I might gonna do more streaming of it. I do like the Warhammer. a Space Marine too. So check out that thing. So yeah, I'm keeping this box, dude. I'm gonna hang this box is going on a shelf somewhere because this box is pretty cool. Let's see if I get it out without ripping my box. So pull. All right, let's see. All right, let's see the box for another time, and let's do this. Oh, you know what I mean? King Manual, the physical edition comes with a poster. Damn, I want. Yeah, maybe I'll go get the physical. Maybe I'll get the physical version. I want the poster. All right, let's. There we go. There. Oh, wee. Oh, kids. Oh, baby. Let's see, dude. Let's see the quality. All right, we move that quality box. Let's see what this baby looks like. Oh. Here it comes, grinders. You ready? You ready?
25.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. Oh,
On PlayStation.
on PlayStation, it's coming. Let's see it. Oh, yo. Dude, this thing is slick. Yo. Yo, that is like piano gloss. Dude, look at that. Let's see if I get the light on there. Yo, that is shinier than the other controllers that they have, like that metallic finish on it. And look at that, it goes all the way up to the side. I wish these were, yo, if these things are freaking LED, dude, like those are so crazy. If these will like blink at you and stuff. But they're very vibrant. I'm surprised. These are they're not textured, but they're very vibrant. Dude, that is slick. Look at the buttons, dude. Look at the friggin' that color blue on the face buttons. I just hope those analog sticks don't get dirty. I hope they don't get dirty. Oh, look, it even has it on the D-pad. Look at that. Oh no, I'm putting the wrong thing. There we go. Everything's in reverse. It even has it on the D-pad. Dude, this freaking, yo, I'm telling you, man, this freaking controller, I was like spamming GameStop to get it. And you had to be like a friggin' a premium GameStop, some bull like subscription thing. Let's see, are these anything different with these? I don't know if these are, well, these always like a little, hold on, maybe because they're white. Hold on. Do these always have a texture on them? Oh yeah, these do. All right, well, that's the Pro controller. But yeah, dude, let's see how it feels. Yo, this is crazy. And it's like grippy too. It's not as slick. It's not slimy there. Yo, that is so cool. It is like a metallic. Wow, that is really cool. That is like a metallic. Yeah, it keeps getting in focus. But it is like a iridescent type blue. It's really cool. Oh, damn. Yo, and check this out. Ready? Check this out. Look at the back. Yo, they got a little Astrobot logo on the back. Yeah, that's so cool. A little branding on the back there. They went all out with this controller. And even here, look at the details on this thing. I don't know if you could see it. All right, hold it up. I don't have no front. Look at this. They even have like kind of the bot, like the Astrobot robot kind of hinges on the bottom part. So it's even like it's designed down there. It's not smooth. You know, this is not smooth black. It has the thing on it. That's pretty cool. So like even that, this piece here is even branded. So it's not just, so they went all out. They pretty much did everything. Hold on, let me just grab another controller and compare. Hold on. Yeah, see, I have this one. So this is their new metallic ones here, right? This is their metallic ones. And you can tell, like, see how I was saying, like, this is even shinier than their metallic ones. This is something new. This is something new. That's what this is. This is something new. This is not like the metallic blue that was on there. They made this the red and the blue. And you could see, like, you know, this is all smooth and stuff like that. And then even here, like, look at the difference, the side. See how this texture thing goes all the way up. That piece is different. See? So it's totally different. It's new. See, this is like the seam is there. This one, they actually have that plate. It's different there. So you can see it's a different material. It's shiny. The triggers are going to get dirty. Dirt. Same texture triggers and the analog sticks. That's the one thing I'm worried about. White controller. The analog sticks might get dirt. I want to see if there's anything else. Anything else different? Nah, that's different. So yeah, so this actual faceplate is more akin. Nah, that's different. This is the other controller. Yeah, see, not even this, dude. Not even this had that. This had the thing on the back. This is the Elite controller. That's the Pro. What do they call it? The Edge. But nah, man, this is definitely slick, dude. And what's also different is that this blue is the same thing as the white. So if you look, the whole controller, the face buttons here and over here are all shiny. So it is like the whole Astrobot. Like it's like you're holding an Astrobot, and these are his hands. Like there's his eyes. Yeah, I'll hold it this way so you can see. Like here's his eyes, but like this blue, this kind of clear plastic, this kind of shiny plastic goes all the way around here. Same thing here. It's all the same thing. So like when you're holding it, you can kind of tell like it's not see, when I first thought, yeah, Doritos people are not good. Oh shit, here we go. Hit the microphone. But Doritos people, yeah, don't eat Doritos with this one. But what I thought was that this was just like a pad. Like this was just like basically, you know, something I was put in there. But this is smooth. This is smooth, and this is all one piece, but it's all the same shiny white. So this is all shiny white. This is all shiny white. This is matte at the bottom, and that's textured as the bot. It's like a friggin' it's basically you got an Astrobot in your hand. That's what's so cool about it. Really cool. And it feels really good too, because it's all shiny. Like, see, it's all, I was noticing that. Like, look at the top. It's all shiny. It's shiny. Dude, that's pretty cool. That is neat. Yeah, they went all out with this controller. See, it looks like when it's blue. And then, yeah, see, when you get, that's very cool. So when it's blue, see, it's flashing blue. Is it different? Same thing. Even to say, like, you know, about the lights and stuff on these controllers, dude. It sucks that the eyes aren't active, man. If this thing was like blinking at you or winking at you and stuff like that, yo, that would have been freaking next level. But that's, you know, people make subtle things about like the whole light around the PlayStation. But I'd say even with the portal and stuff, that light adds some cool aesthetic when you're using it. I do like that. But yeah, control's really good. I really like the design. I like it. I knew that they did something special. This wasn't just like a color thing or like a color and then they just added something here, you know, on that thing. They actually did something with this controller and they added things to it. It's just you gotta watch with all the white thumbsticks and you know, more of these because these are grippy. These will collect more dirt and markings than the triggers do. But yeah, but it is a slick controller. I like that the whole thing is shiny plastic. That whole side. So it is like the eyes and the arms of Astrobot, and then the body. That's what it is supposed to be. And then having the Astrobot in the back. It's pretty cool. Oh, the mute button? I think the mute button's still. Let me see. I don't have it synced up, but I think the mute button's still orange. I'm sure. Yeah, it's not synced up. I'm sure it's still orange. Trying to see if there's anything else to point out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. On the underbelly, like that is definitely, this is different. And yeah, same type of grip there. Sorry, I think he's going in and out blurry. Put gloves on. Put at least thumb cots on. Yeah, I have the DualSense Edge. It's over here. This isn't a DualSense Edge. This is an awesome controller. It's definitely heavier, a little heavier than these. And then, oh, and then, you know what? Grinders, why I got you. Hit that like button. 150 people here. I'm going to show you one more controller. I'm going to show you one. While we're at the controllers and looking at Astro, I got one more to show you. So I wanted to show you this. I went to a convention and I got this controller. So this one, this is an aim controller. But check this out. Dude. This is my son's. He got this one. I got the Edge. He got this one. This is the aim controller. It's basically a PS5 controller where, and you know, aim, they mod them. So they actually have the mod buttons on the back. These can't get removed though. But they can reprogram them. And then it has the hair triggers. So you switch it. And they do the click. So they do that. They don't have a second step like that one does, but they have the click. And then you turn them on and off. But this one, dude, is awesome. And then these are replaceable. So you pop off and this is the crazy thing about this controller. I'm kind of jealous that I got it from him. And I'm like, oh, I should have got one. It's totally crazy. So these things pop off and you can put different colors on. You can do different colors. And hear this. Ready? This controller. Sweaty controller. That's right. Then what's even crazier is that these faceplates, you could order different ones and they just pop off. Watch this. Let's see if I get them. They just pop off. And you get different faceplates. You can put them on. Even this. Look. The faceplates come off. And you can put all different ones on. So the only thing is the same is the buttons. And then this kind of comes off too. Just pop off. It's their new aim controls. They're just magnetized. They're just magnets. But he picked out this design. This was his design. On this one, it has an aim button. Yeah, one piece control, right? Dude, it is wild. They had a Demon Slayer, all different ones, but this is his kind of his control that he goes. So I'm a little jealous. It's like I like my Edge, but dude, I was like, oh. Yeah, I went up to the anime convention, but this is an aim controller, and you could do and yeah, and he picked out the different colors. And what's cool is that if these things get like you know, he wears them out, then you could just you just pop those things on. Plus, you could get different ones. So you'll still have the yellow buttons, but you get different all designs. And then it has the hairline, and then these are all programmable. This can come off though. The only problem, they have tons. The only problem is that this, because of this extra back that they put on here, this doesn't sit in the dock to charge. So we found that out the hard way. So this don't sit in that dock to charge like these controllers do. Because they put on this extra backing. It got some back to it, and this doesn't come off. These programmable buttons. But dude, it's and I like the triggers, the hairline triggers on it. But yep. But yeah, right. You thought they were gonna do something with the DualSense, like make these replaceable, magnetized, like things like that. But they modded this controller. But it is official PlayStation controller. They just put a different back on it, but it doesn't charge if you sit it in the official dock. The back is a little too thick, but everything works. Mute button, microphone, all that stuff, lights, and all that other stuff. And you can program these to be any face button except the triggers. But anyway, I showed that too as a little bonus on there. But this is all about Astrobot. And Astrobot is in the house, baby. This control is freaking awesome. So, and he also has some good things. Yeah, he is. Well, takes after his dad. Gamer, man. Gamer, man. He's getting me into all this anime stuff, too. I've been watching. So, watch more. Like the Demon Slayer and all that stuff. But yeah, they're the controllers on there. But, yep. So that's the breakdown there. I just turned on the TV and everything like that. Showing off the magnets. That's right. Oh, man. Oh, no, Buck Rogers, don't do me like that. I'm showing off magnets. Oh, shit. Not like this. Not like this. Showing off the magnets. I gotta figure out where to pull these freaking controllers. Holy crap. But yeah, this Astrobot is fine. He's going to want to take that. That's why I got him this controller, because I'm using the Astrobots. The Astrobots in the DualSense and the... Oh, man. Yeah, this Astrobot is pretty awesome. Yeah, this one's staying. This one's in the Grindhouse Theater. That one's going in the Grindhouse Theater. Oh, and by the way, yeah, that aim control is a 200. So the aim control is 200, but it's completely modifiable. Like, you could go buy different plates for like, $15 or so, or go buy different thumbsticks. The only thing that don't change are the buttons. The face buttons, but they're not bad. Yeah. Oh damn, Astrobot doesn't have magnets. No magnets on the Astrobot controller, but it is slick as hell, dude. Oh man, look at this image. You want to see something that's fire? Look at this. Look at this fire. Let's see if I can get this for the grinders. The world of quality. Let's see if I can get this. I don't know if I get this yet. The world of quality. I just had it laying sitting there like that. I was like, oh, look at this. There it is, grinders. The world of quality. Look at that. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Astro in the middle. Astrobot. There it is. Let's lay it out there. Whatever. Product placement, whatever it is. But, yep. So, let me see here. But yep, there you go. I'm gonna show them the thing. Click, right? They say you have good taste in controllers.
Of course I do.
Okay, that's it. Get out of here! Get out of the grindhouse! No. He'll start up his own show. Damn, no. I'm the talent. I'm the talent. Oh man, you can see where he gets. That's the OG grinder, the little grinder. Get in there. But yeah, I'll take oh man. So anyway, let's go. Oh shit! Oh shit! That's right. Oh man, yo, it is cool. It is cool. It is cool. Yo, I didn't get the Concord controller. No Concord controller. Not Concord controller. No Concord controller. Yeah. I wonder about that, dude. Like you said, that's kind of a relic now. That Concord controller. 3 Mile Island VIP member. Yo, he goes, hey, Jez, what do you think Sony has up their sleeves for PlayStation's 30th anniversary? Do you think they killed off Concord to clear the runway for Astrobot and the PS5 Pro? Dude, 3 Mile Island. You just gave me the script to my show. That's exactly what I was going to talk about. So that's what we'll get into. Shout out to Ice Queen Gaming for 16-month VIP grinder. Thank you again. So they're still selling it, right? Daniel, they're still selling it. Damn, they're still selling it. But yeah, so exactly. 3 Mile Island, there you go. That is what we're going to talk about. So let's get into this Concord stuff. Concord, Astrobot Concord. I don't know if they're still selling it. That's a good question. Let me see. Concord controller. Clearance. Is it on clearance? Yeah, it's still on that website. Let me see. Is it still on that website? Yeah, it's still there for $84. Yeah, it's still there. It is still there. It's actually more expensive than the... Holy crap. It's more expensive than the Astrobot controller. Look at this. They knew it's going to be a relic. Look at this. The Concord one is $85. And the Astrobot one is $79. Dude, they ate $5 for that thing. Spider-Man still... Yo, why is the... Oh, yo, that Concord one is more money. Sony, what are we doing here? Oh, my goodness.
Thank you something because of your accent.
What accent?
Come on, Herman. Come on. Herman. Herman. What are we doing here, Herman? Why are we charging $5 more for a game that doesn't exist anymore? It should be on discount. Dude, they know it's a relic. It's a rarity. Dude, people are going to be selling that shit on eBay. The game that never existed. It's going to be like as valuable as a boxed ET. That's what it's going to be. It is going to be a boxed ET. Like, 10, 20 years from now, you're going to be like, I have a Concord controller. And the game was one of these craziest games. Let me tell you a story. This game came out. It was out for 3 weeks and then was gone. Erased. But I have the limited edition controller that they made for the game. It's going to be one of those gaming stories. Think about it. It's like this game was erased. You've been erased. I have my all sorts of. It's been erased, like from existence. And you got the control. Like it's a story, dude. It's a story. Maybe it's $5 more. Physical copies of the game. Hey, if you're a collector, I don't know, man. If you're a collector, like that game is going to be a relic. Because they pulled it. It's going to be one of those urban gaming legends. That's right, Buck Roger. It's going to be one of those urban legends. So, by the way, if you lived under a rock and not know what the hell I'm talking about, let's go back in time. So I was reading the news, and we talked about Concord, a modern day ET. That's all right. So I was going around looking at this stuff, and so on September 3rd, Sony released an update. This is just some recap here. And we were talking about it. The Steam numbers were dismal. And again, you can't just go based off of Steam numbers, but the Steam numbers were dismal. See, Manuel says Concord's $20K on eBay right now. I'm telling you, dude, it's one of those gaming urban legends. See? Buck Roger 8 tried to find a copy of Concord. I should take my own advice, all right? Oh, damn. Missed out on it. But yeah, physical versions of that game? Hell yeah. The box saw it, the thing, because I don't think it's coming back. But anyway, we'll talk about it. So we talked about a couple of times about how you make a multiplayer game. And again, my perception, I played the beta. I played a lot of it. I enjoyed the beta, but I had enough of it, and I had the urgency to go play it. Then when I saw that the uptick in gaming, and there was nothing new in the game, it was the same thing that I played in the beta with some tweaks. I'm like, I'll wait on it. And then saw that it wasn't doing well with number-wise. It's like, well, what's not only my longevity, but what is the longevity of this game if these numbers are so dire? Because they weren't even cracking 1,000. It was low. And the thing is that when you create a multiplayer-only game, you need people. People is your product. You need people. And if you don't have the personnel pool, the people pool, the game, finding games, is just going to die. No matter how good the shooting is, no matter how good the modes are, no matter how polished the menus are and the characters, animations, it doesn't matter. If you don't have people to play the game, that's only 4 people, then the game will die. And Sony saw this. So we saw this 2 weeks in, and we're like, oh, wow, this is pretty crazy. And didn't say the game's bad, but the difference is that the player pool was dismal. So on the 3rd, Sony sends this update of Concord, and they go here. We've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PS5 and PC, and want to thank everybody who came on the journey. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th, today, and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. While we determine the best path ahead for Concord, sales will cease immediately, and we'll begin to offer full refunds to all gamers who have purchased the game on the PS5 and PC. If you purchase the game from PS5 Store Direct, we'll refund you back to your original payment. Your refund will be issued. Customers who purchase from other digital storefronts will also be refunded. More information how refunds in Steam and Epic work, and they give you this. They erased the game. It never existed. That's not like, oh, we're going to fix it. We're going to give an update later and kind of reboot it. Dude, they eradicate this game. The fact that if you bought the game, they're just going to refund you, just like keep it, shows that I don't think there's any, this game is not coming back. You know, they would want to send it back or whatever. Like, dude, they're just refunding it. Like, yep, there you go. Take it. Take our money. It never existed. Sorry. Thank you very much. 3 weeks in to the game. 3 weeks in. Now, I've heard some podcasts I've listened to talking about collecting some data. Some people said they didn't believe in it. Dude, they went full gung-ho promotion with this game. And this is what I wanted to talk about. So hit that like button, because this is my grind gears part here. We're going to grind some gears. Because they knew this was going to hit. This wasn't going to hit. Like here. They say here, we also recognize that aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way they intended. I did a little grindhouse research on here. Let's go back. Here's Ryan Ellis, the person from Firewalk. First off, Sony bought the studio before they were even produced. So this whole natural growth, like we worked with them before and all this other stuff, is a bunch of garbage. They purchased a studio, made them part of the family without having them release the game. Blue Point, Housemarque, all worked and released games under them. This was a new studio. Same thing with Jade Raymond's studio, who currently has the sweat dripping down their face right now. They acquired this studio before they got to see what they can do. They gave them a project based, their project was working on already. They saw it and they bought the studio. I don't know why they needed to acquire this studio in order to do this, because it probably would have been easier if they just put the game on PlayStation. PlayStation supports them. Very strange that they acquired them for this. Because, and like I said before, this acquisition stuff, I think, was a Jim Ryan panic response into the Activision stuff. I think that Sony was struggling out there. They saw Microsoft making moves, buying big ass publishers, and they had to kind of go a Me Too and start buying stuff. But it was very interesting that they had to buy them before they were even able to produce anything. Same thing with Jade Raymond. I think that's going to be another kind of head scratcher. And already, you could already see the comments like, next up, that one's going to be there. So this whole natural growth and all this other stuff, I think, is kind of bullshit. I think Sony got out of their wheelhouse and maybe, like I said, FAFO. And that's what they're doing right now. But the thing that irks me about this situation is that they continued to try to put a round peg in a square hole with this game when the writing was on the wall and they didn't adjust accordingly. Going back, this is just on the PlayStation blog. It started with that horrible state of play last year where they just showed this. And they said, hey, we're excited. An exciting few weeks for all of us at Firewalk. We're sharing the news last month that we're joining PlayStation. They joined PlayStation in 2023. Today, we're thrilled to confirm the title of our upcoming game, Concord, announcing today's PlayStation Showcase, which was probably the most upsetting showcase last year. I called it last year, the Investors Showcase, because they did Spider-Man 2 at the end, but the rest of the show seemed like it was like, hey, we're doing service games and this and that, and they just showed screens. They didn't show gameplay. They didn't let the games do the talking. And I was like, it was so uncanny of a Sony presentation. It was Jim Ryan's kind of last one. And I feel that it showed. Like, it definitely was last year's showcase in September. And when did they do it? In May? Was not exciting. It was an Investors Showcase where they kind of just doubled down on all this. The Concord fair games with no gameplay, just showing screens. Very different there. Something was off. So anyway, yeah, they announced it. They showed it with this stuff. Again, not a very traditional Sony of just showing this stuff, but they did. And then here it is. This was shown at the thing. Fair Games, Marvel's Marathon, the Bungie's Marathon was there. You know, you can see, like, it was definitely Foam Stars was there. Helldivers 2 was there. It was Fair Games was there. And Heist Gaming, we'll talk about that. It was the service show with Spider-Man at the end. And Final Fantasy that was there. Final Fantasy 16 DLC. DLC and service games. It was a very bad show. People were very upset with this. So anyway, even the PSVR 2 announcements weren't too hot. My thing is, here we go. Let's look at the comments already. A 30-second CGI trailer. What are you thinking, PlayStation? This don't need to be a showcase. You told us nothing. This was right. Concord, Helldivers 2, and Fair Games. All Sony published games launching on PC day one. What are we doing? This is May. We're grinding. This is May. We're talking about, oh, they didn't hit. This is some Grindhouse research right here. This is on the PlayStation blog. This is not on no Xbox site or anything like that. This is on the PlayStation blog. What it counts. Well, PlayStation Plus members. See the little plus next to their names? These are the PlayStation people, right? Exactly, Veggie. Exactly. I was hoping that was going to be a game completed with Starfield. This was really exciting after watching the trailer. Another PvP multiplayer game from a new PlayStation studio. I'm wondering if I bought the right console. Somebody said goodbye, Switch. Another multiplayer game. God make it stop. The show was terrible. If you don't have anything to show, why show this? It would be nice if we got more info on this, especially being a PvP mode seems a turnoff at this moment. This was the announcement of Concord. Day one. We're proud to tell you Concord, and this is the initial response to the game. Seriously, this is a PvP game too. Sony's starting to lose after Marathon. No gameplay, don't care. As someone who used to love Sony multiplayer online games like Warhawk, SOCOM, Killzone 2 and 3, Resistance Online, MAG, Siphon Filter, so many more, I was hoping this game is not another generic, floaty team shooter with colorful characters. Dude, guy called it. I was really hoping that the dev team realizes the market is shifting to more grounded, original multiplayer games. Last of Us Online, Squad, HLL, World War III, etc. Like, you know, there. The guy called, that person called it. Cool hamburger. And then people whining and complaining. And look at this guy wrote a paragraph. Love to see Fireworks game. This is the initial announcement of Concord. All right? Already people just don't like it. They didn't even see the game. They just saw the screen and the CGI. And this is what's going on. How can you announce a CGI trailer literally shows nothing and expect fans to go to the PlayStation blog and understand it's a PvP? The marketing sucks in this showcase. The games shown were boring, no release dates for 90% of them, barely any gameplay. Everyone knew Wild Wolf, right? Disappointed not to see gameplay. So that was the initial launch of the game in May, the reveal. Already. Yo. This is some hate we're getting right now for this game. This is not good news. Let's see if we could fare it. May 23rd. A year later, Concord gameplay revealed. Launching August 23rd. State of play. 5 days. Let's go look. And now we know this one. And look at, and here's what it's showing. Dude, Overwatch people. Now this is where it begins. Where's SOCOM, Resistance, MAG, Warhawk? Pretty sure we'll pay $80 a year fee for online PS5 and the PC don't have to spend a cent. PlayStation Plus should be free to play online. It says, looks like many are hating on this game, but it seems like fun. Or there's somebody that likes it. Can't wait for this game. Looks amazing. Just my opinion, but the character designs look boring in color. Tint. The game doesn't look good. Might be fun to play. Gas. After we don't want enough out there, but always try to squeeze into the juicy market. Do you see the comments are closed? That's right, Don John. They've been closed. Looks like another Overwatch clone in space. Looks cool. PC can keep this one. How did Firesprite get greenlit, but Japan studio gets shut down? Like I said, they may not be really in London studio and then getting canceled with The Last of Us 2 multiplayer. The perception, the news leading up to this is compiling on this game. Like I said, there's a bigger fish to fry here. There's a problem here. Sony has to release a banger of a friggin' game, something new, something fresh in this games as a service thing, and not a generic game that looks like everything else that's free to play. This is the problem. Because they're doing this gas thing, there's this perception and shutting down studios and not showing what their studios are working on and coming out with PC day one. People are like, yo, they're getting that angst. They're kind of like, well, what's for me? The selfish business that Jay Barry talks about this whole play console game. Like, yo, I invested in your product for these games. Where the hell are they? I don't want these games. But if you're going to make these games, you better make them something that's different than what's out there. Don't do a Me Too bullshit. Keep going. But I'm trying to show you. I see the visuals, gameplay, top tier acting, world building. I'm sure that there's a ton of people who love. Sony will be nice to see focus on less ideological. There you go. Now the political thing, religious propaganda checklist, and more going on great games. So now the guy seems to like the game, but now sees all that propaganda bullshit in there. Now doesn't like that. That's what I mean. Every single aspect of this game. This is the stuff that's going on. Now, that's the announcement of it. Now, after they got the feedback for the betas, the launch and adventure ahead, they detailed their post-launch roadmap and what to expect day one. Well, roadmap week 3 is gone. Concord Season 1 launching this October. Dude, I'm when they're going to delete these channels. That's why I'm doing this right now, because they might delete this all. So, Grinders, you're going to have the archives right here at the Gaming Grindhouse. Hit the like button. Here's the stuff that never came. And then this is their roadmap. This is what's coming out here. Season 1 was going to have a new character, a new map, a new variant, which the variants weren't that great, new cosmetics, new vignettes. People don't care. Season 2 is going to have a new free gunner, a new mode. So you have a new character, new mode, and new map. That's sort of like what they're doing. October, January, and then they had April, Season 3. It never even has been. It was a never was. There you go. And this is what the plan was here. This is what the plan was, but never came to be. But now, after the beta has been played, everybody's been playing this stuff, right? After the beta is done, right? Here's all this stuff, their roadmap thing. Look at the comments again. DOA, one map every season. That's 3 to 4 months, only 8 variations, 16 characters we have. Why the hell does this game have no content for the price? DOA. No ranked play at launch. Now no ranked play even mentioned in the roadmap. Massive disappointment. How could there be a price for a game that's missing core features in a competitive shooter? No ranked. On PS5, users can pre-download the game today. Blah, blah, blah. I would consider buying this video game if it had Splatoon-like commotions and gyro. Shout out to Hooked on Gyro. He always says that. The GOTY put the 5. He goes, Sony should revive factions and let Naughty Dog finish what they can do. Let Firewalk take over. Naughty Dog be free. Yeah, exactly. Let them take over that stuff. Because, again, we don't know what factions are going to be, but factions at least would have been something unique in that universe there. But this was just sort of like whatever's everything out. But the thing is look at this disdain for this game. And the game seems to be the second part of the disdain. The first part is we don't like the design and vision of what you're doing. The day one on PC, the service stuff, the things that you don't have things out there. You're asking $40. They already pissed off the PC guys with linking their account.
You're my number one customer.
Linking their account. They're already ticked off those people because they let Helldivers 2 go without it. And then all of a sudden slapped on the Sony PlayStation Network thing. And people were like, whoa, it was an option. Now it's mandatory. But everything was against this service stuff. And if you were Sony, the writing is on the wall. The thing that ticks me off is their perseverance of forcing this thing to happen, to have to pull this thing down in 3 weeks. That's the thing. Like, they should have looked at the feedback from the beta, looked at what people were saying, and said, hey,
You're my number one customer.
we need to do something different. And then you wouldn't be doing this. 3 Mile, I don't want the 5. He goes, I used to play tons of Killzone and Resistance back on the PS3, PS4 era. Unlike Concord, do you think those games would hit if Sony put out modern sequels? You know, I don't know. I don't know if a Killzone or a Resistance, people ask for it, but I don't know if it would hit. Like a Killzone multiplayer, people will be like, it's Call of Duty and stuff like that. Like, or even a Resistance one. Like, they would have to do something different. They can't just bring back the same old multiplayer and be like, oh, that's going to work now. Things change. It's not going to work in that sense. My thing is, this will tell me what I think will work. I think if you try to fill in that Battlefield slot, or you try to do something akin to an arena shooter with drops and vehicles and edge. I don't know, something. You need to put a spin on the traditional shooter. You cannot just have a shooter and go, well, this is a shooter in the Killzone universe. That's not enough. You need to do something different. You need to do, like I said, the destruction, that only went so far in in the finals. It was cool. It was a cool idea, but there's so much stuff. Like, my thing is you go off the beaten path. Killzone and that, and I think Killzone Resistance, I wouldn't invest in those now because you're competing against free-to-play first-person shooters. It has to be something new, like Wild Wolf said. That's why I thought factions, that would be unique. Plus, it's in a universe that people want more of, more information, more side stories, and it could build off the hype of what they're doing with the TV show and the potential sequel. That is something different. Helldivers 2 was something different. I'm going to tell you right now, Fair Games, it's in a whole boatload of trouble. That's what I'm going to say.
Great Circle is coming out this December.
I'm telling you right now, Fair Games, if I was Sony, I'll be like, you know what? Okay, campaign, story modes, do something else, and add the multiplayer on the thing. But we are not releasing this game as a multiplayer, bank heist mode and shit. We're not doing it because Payday 3 fell flat on its face, and it's still around. But nobody wants a Payday 3, a Jade Raymond's version of Payday. We don't want that. I don't want that stuff, and something like that exists. So if this is just a heist game, dude, look at that other game that came out. What is it, American Criminal or something like that? That had Kim Basinger in it. They had all these actors in it. The game was horrible. That was a friggin' heist game. It's on PlayStation Plus. The game is horrible. I deleted that friggin' game. I played it at PAX. It was garbage. What was it called? American Justice, American Criminal, American something. It was something that was horrible. But you can't do a friggin' heist game and think like, oh, well, we'll just do Jade Raymond's heist game. No. There it is. Rockaway City. Oh, Rockaway City. It had all those actors. Kim Basinger. It had the friggin' all the criminal guy. It was like all the CGI, all this voice actors and their likeness in the game. And that game was horrible. Rockaway City or Rockaway City, dude, horrible. Exactly, Unknown. It was not even worth my memory. All I know is it was ass. It was ass, and it had all these actors in it and all this other stuff, and they showed it.
Great ass!
It was all ass. You can't. And I hope this opens up their mind. Like they go, yo, the feedback that you looking at this, do something else. Do an epic campaign. Do something else with this. We cannot release this the way that it is because we are fighting an uphill battle. And for Sony to still pursue this game, sell it, and go out there with it and think that they could just take advantage of like, oh, yeah, let's just do it. Like, these are people just whiners online. No, man. They showed you. And you need to listen. You need to read the room. Don John Shum, Space Marine 2 is like a classic game. It has co-op. It has multiplayer. It is. That's what they need to do. Space Marine 2 is the model of what I want games to be from now. That's what they need to be. Unless you're going to do something different and unique as a service game and do that, then fine. But if you're going to make a game, make it complete. What they did with Ghost of Tsushima 2, what they did with Ghost of Tsushima, with the multiplayer and the campaign, they needed to do this. And whether they didn't want to invest in this game anymore to do that and just put it out there, you would have missed all this PR. Like, come on. You tried to force this game to exist, and it didn't. And you got slapped in the face. And now you're left with the egg on your face because you try to be sleazy and slimy and still go ahead with this when everybody said, we don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want Concord Booster. We told you we don't want it. Stop putting Booster on shelves of Concord. We don't want it. It's not doing anything different. The reception was there. And you pursued it. You kept doing it. And that's where I think it's like, somebody needs to be held accountable in the sense that they didn't read the room, because that's what's wrong with this game. And I want to make something very clear here. There is a difference in releasing a game that works, that has polish to it, good mechanics, nice graphics, and play. And there's difference to releasing a game that doesn't have 60 frames at launch, has horrible AI, looks like it's incomplete, we'll have to fix it later, we need life improvement updates. There's a difference in releasing a game that just didn't hit the mark and read the room than releasing a game that is still in development and needed more time after it was delayed. So let's get that straight right now, because I saw this Redfall Concord shit. Listen, if you want to talk about games that failed in the year, then yes, Redfall and Concord together, I can say, yeah, this is definitely this year's kind of fall flat on their face, a complete disaster. But there was nothing technically wrong with the game itself. Shooting, animations, graphics, servers, it all worked. Now, maybe the servers worked because nobody was playing it, but they weren't overloaded. Pause. But the game wasn't broken. The game wasn't, we'll add features later because they're not ready. No. The game wasn't like, 30 frames in a first-person shooter, we'll fix it later, we'll add it later. Nah. So there's a difference with still going ahead with a game, because Microsoft was the same situation with Redfall. They saw the smoke coming at them. I was like, a month before, 30 frames per second on day one. People were like, don't do it. Phil, don't do it. Don't do it. And they still released the game at 30 frames. And people were like, no, don't do it. And they still did it. Microsoft didn't read the room there. They're like, yo. And the game wasn't ready. The AI, the guy getting stuck behind the bench. The graphics weren't that impressive. The game had crazy pop-in on PC and on console. It wasn't ready. And it was delayed. That's a difference. This game wasn't that. This game wasn't not polished. This game was a competent shooter. It just read the room of marketing, perception, and just people didn't want it. And they needed to pivot. If they really cared about the gamers, they needed to do it. They need to fix. They should have said, hey, Concord's not releasing now. Firewalk, you do something now, fix it. Add a campaign, fire spray, what the hell they are, the fire asses. Do something with it, and we'll have to revisit this in another year. But instead, you release it, do dire numbers, and then pull it off of shelves like it never existed. That is a PR disaster. And I think the acceleration of them, what they did to Concord, was exactly what 3 Mile Island was saying. Exactly. They pulled this plug so fast. They pulled the Concord so fast on this game because they knew they had Astrobot ready to go. and the potential PS5 Pro announcement. They had a marketing campaign of PlayStation, and they could not have this black eye of Concord floating around. And then in October, when they plan on reaching a Pro, here's the new character.
One customer.
Dude, this game was getting so much friggin' hate, you can't even friggin' talk about it. I said it on the show. I said it last week. I said, dude, every time they do a character drop, people are gonna say, we don't want. They're gonna pull the friggin' the booster thing. They're gonna be like booster.
The rumors are true. We have received a small quantity of the action figure known as Turbo Man. I am not going to ask you people to be quiet again. Do you hear me? If you're not one of the lucky few, we have plenty of Turbo Man's faithful pet tiger booster in stock.
Exactly. Every content drop, every mention of this game would have had that reaction. We don't want it. And they don't want that kind of reaction out there with this black eye when they got to kind of roll the train out and talk about PlayStation quality and talk about their pristine games and their new console. They can't have this nut shot out there. So they had to pull it. That's how bad it was. Because if they like, oh, and here's the PS5 Pro, everybody. Oh, pre-order today, and then here comes here comes the Fire Sprite. What the fire asses? What the hell their name? Fire Sprite, Firewalk. Here they come out. Walk before you can run. Holy shit! Firewalk comes out there, and they're like, "There's like, oh, we have a new free runner today," and they're gonna be like,
Great circle is
Bitches!
get out of here. We don't want to hear it. We don't want it. Keep your free runner. Shove it up your ass. Shove your one map up your ass. And they're going to get all this hate going that way. And Sony's going to be sitting there going, oh, but the Pro. And they'll be like, screw your Pro. We don't want Concord. Boo. And that's the thing. They didn't want that shit out there. Sony was playing the PR. They're like, pull it. Get it off shelves. It never happened. Scrap the whole friggin' thing. Now, what happens to Firewalk Studios? I don't know. But they're like, get this shit out of here. And I'm telling you, Fair Games, it's going to be a fair long time before we see anything about Fair Games right now. Unless if they do. I wouldn't, if they show this at any kind of showcases or the part one, dude, I'm gonna like, yo, Fair Games, I think that is next. That is next. Unless they're going to do something extremely different, they got to walk a fine line with Fair Games. A very fine line. While leads a game cat, specifically a white tiger with the 2, he goes, rescue mission VR2 put. It's coming.
25.
It's coming.
Makes sense. Yeah, man. We need that with the success of Astrobot. But they knew they had a potential game of the year with Astrobot. That marketing was going to kick off the Astrobot. Think about it. Astro was there with the PS5 day one. Wouldn't it be so kind of like full circle to have an Astrobot release right now and then in just a few days next week talk about the PS5 Pro? Astrobot was there day one with the PS5. Astrobot, if you want to think about it, Astrobot has always been kind of like, they were there with iToy. It was there with PSVR. Wasn't there for PSVR too? Well, maybe that'll explain why we're in a different thing. Like, you know, but it was there with the PS5 launch. And now Astrobot kind of comes around the time of a PS5 Pro. The marketing was there. The vision was there. Their 30th anniversary is upcoming. You cannot have a floating turd in Concord, a conturd, floating around there. It is poetic, 3 Mile Island. It is. I'm making it sound poetic as well. You can have a black eye, a conturd out there, and just floating around, soaking up bad news and bad vision of your brand. This is a first-party game. This is, and I think being first-party, and you know what? I wonder now that I'm talking about it, and hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. Now that I'm talking about it. And subscribe. We got to get those subscribers to 3,000. We're almost there. But now that I'm talking about it, I'm thinking, maybe that's why they bought them. So that they could do these kind of moves. Because think about it. I don't know if they would have been able to kind of pull this game if Firewalk was independent. If Firewalk was just a partner I don't know if Sony could be like, pull the game. Maybe them buying them knew that this was a risk. And that if these games, Fair Games and Concord didn't do expectations, they could just squash it like they did that. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is what I'm thinking. This is why you go live, because I'm convincing myself now, maybe that is why they bought them before they released the game, because they're like, yo, if your game doesn't hit, we're pulling it. I don't know. Maybe they weren't. Some people said they weren't that confident in them. But they made a controller. They did the beta. They showed it at a state of play. They had open weekend beta. I don't know, man. I don't know. But they did the Helldivers. But Helldivers, they don't own them. But it's very interesting. But the fact that they shut it, they pulled it. This is crazy. Microsoft never even did something like this. Phil Spencer, he would just let that shit sit out there. Similar to what they did with the last time Sony did something like this was Cyberpunk. When Cyberpunk came out and it was just not ready, Sony pulled it from their store. They're like, we're not selling it. Microsoft kept it because, Microsoft just doesn't give...
Oh, no! We suck again!
They'll sell shit to a salesman. They'll sell shit to a bum. They don't care. Microsoft don't care. They'll put the broken ass... It'll sit next to broken ass Halo and broken ass State of Decay and broken ass goddamn everything. Just put it in there. We'll sell Cyberpunk. Sony said, no, take that out of our store. And they didn't sell Cyberpunk. They pulled it out of the store. I had to buy a physical. This is the last time they pulled that. Microsoft kept it in there. They're like, yeah, that's all right. We'll put it next to the other shit on the wall. Nobody know the difference. Shit's there. That's right. And because Microsoft doesn't have a backbone, because they are what? Microsoft.
One word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T.
That's right, because they're Microsoft. And they were able, Ron M, to recover nicely. And you want to know why? Cyberpunk, and this is what I said before, Cyberpunk was able to respond and fix. Same thing with No Man's Sky, because they were single-player games. So if people didn't buy it, it wasn't affecting the game. But when you have a multiplayer game only and people don't buy it, multiplayer requires multiplayers. And when there are not multiplayers, your game is DED, dead. Like, it is dead. That's it. That's the problem with multiplayer games. That's why when I was showing you those articles, Sony should have been, they should have their ears to the ground on, what is the public reception of our game? Because without the public, multiplayer will not live. But when you have Cyberpunk, that game just needs to be fixed. I have Cyberpunk. Guess what? I could play it whenever I want. When they fix it, when they do, the story don't change. It doesn't depend if it sold millions or sold one copy. It doesn't matter. I got the one copy. So when they fix the game, I'll play Cyberpunk. And that's what I did. Because it was a single-player game. It didn't matter if nobody was buying it. Boycott the shit out of it. Who cares? Same thing with Last of Us. Good, I'm not buying it. Who gives a shit? I'm buying it and playing the game. It doesn't depend. My game doesn't depend on you. That's why you can't do multiplayer games and not read the community and not read the feedback that you're getting for over a year. And dude, they don't want it. They do not want this game. You got to change something. You got to make people want this game, because you're going to put it out there and nobody's going to buy it. And then you're going to have a situation where nobody's in the game and the game can't work. A multiplayer game, its gasoline is the players. Without the players, the thing don't move. In a single-player game, who gives a shit if one copy sold or 10,000 million copies sold? Who cares? The game is the same. It's not influenced by the community. It's not influenced. Yeah, its sales will be affected, but the gameplay, you actually playing the game is not affected by the play accounts. That's why these multiplayer game-only games are social experiments. They try, get a bunch of streamers to play it, get a bunch of this, get the traction, get the notoriety. Sony had the data. People didn't want it. And they continued to market and pursue this game and face the hate and just get it. Whether it was necessary or unnecessary, they did it. And I don't know what they were expecting to achieve with that. It just showed that they were kind of mute to the feedback. And I don't think it's a great experiment. It exists. And they're going to try to shove it under the ground all they want, because Astrobot now is incredible. It is a potential. You could release the worst game, and it wasn't and this is the problem. Concord wasn't the worst game. It wasn't like this horrible game that was broken and shit didn't work and the service sucked and there was lag and latencies and nobody could aim and the guns were broken. No, it was polished. They just didn't know they didn't read the room. They did not know their audience, both on PC and on PlayStation. And it failed because the community, the gamers rejected the game. That's why it failed. And they didn't reject it because of quality. They rejected it because of expectations of what Sony should be delivering and expectations versus what's available out there. And Sony didn't meet their expectations and didn't listen to the feedback and still try to force this thing out there. And the community, the gamer, I don't want to say community, the gamers said no. And Sony had nothing to do. See, I think a game like Starhawk would be good, where you could fight on the ground, fight in the air. That would be definitely an interesting game. That's something different. But then on the same week, after that horrible face down, ass up with Concord, you release Astrobot, potential game of the year, Sony's Mario, they called it. Wow. And it is sitting at a 94 on the Metas. Potential game of the year. And we got ads. It's insane. But like I wrote in the title, Concord failed so Astrobot could soar. Because they could not have that blemish out there when they were trying to lead with this. And they erased Concord because they knew they had an Astrobot in their pocket and some PlayStation marketing with a new, more powerful console coming their way. And they knew that a lot of good news and PR needed to come their way, and Concord just was not there. And that's why they scrapped that thing as fast as they could and pulled it like it never existed. Refund it. We're not going to try to fix this. We're not going to add content to it. We are done. And I agree. Hood Rich with the PC push that Sony needs, and I think so. And I've said this so many times before. The PC audience has certain expectations. And if you're not and if you think that you're strong enough to flex, and I can meet the expectations of the PlayStation fans and the thing that I built with my brand, and I could also meet the expectations of the PC gamer, then go ahead, do it. But if there is doubt that you can't meet the expectations of the PC gamer and compete with what's available, see, this is another thing. Concord on PlayStation only, I don't think it would be even more successful. I don't even think free-to-play would have been better, but I think there would have been a little bit less hate-wise because the competition of where primarily the audiences of Overwatch and Valorant and all those and the CSGO and all those other shooters that are just litanied on Steam, a litany of them that are free and experimental and doing all these different things, and you're just going to slap $40 a PSN sign-in and put it on PC, you better be ready. You better be ready. Because you are going to be competing there. You can't just take your game, and this is where I always said, like, putting your game on other platforms doesn't mean that you're going to be successful because now it's accessible. Microsoft has shown that. You putting your game on other platforms now increases the competition for your game, because now there are markets that are already established, that already have gamers in it, that already have player counts. And now you're going to slap your game and your policies in the same world and not meet these people's expectations. Maybe you could have done that on your own service, where this might have been the only kind of multiplayer game of a shooter, maybe Sony's Overwatch and a competitor, and you could have marketed it that way. But once you open the gates and you put this on Steam, well, guess what? You're sitting right next to Valorant. You're sitting next to Overwatch. You're sitting next to the big communities of the streamers in these games. And Microsoft's going to face the same problem. Your game has to be better than everybody if you want to permeate those markets. That's the problem. You can't do that. Your game has to be better than. Maybe you get away with it in your closed ecosystem of the PlayStation, but they didn't want it either. But maybe you could get away with it when this is what you got and you built that community. But once you start shopping around and poking at the neighbor's house, you better be ready to deliver. And Microsoft's finding this the hard way too. They thought just by putting their shit everywhere, it was just going to do well. Well, no. Shit is still shit. Whether it's on your place or over there, it still stinks. It doesn't matter. Shit's shit. And now what you don't realize is that your game has to be better, because now you're going to put your shit on there. And so Microsoft's going to see that. Sea of Thieves, when it launched on PlayStation, would not have done anything. Sea of Thieves, a decade later of content for $40. Now, that might stand the test of time. But you can't take a game like Redfall Day 1 and go, here you go, PlayStation. Nobody wants that. You can't do it. You can't just do half-ass shit that you may get away with because of Game Pass and throw it on a PlayStation. You can't. When you introduce your game to a new audience, it better be the best of the best, because that audience has to now accept you into from what they're doing. And that's the thing. You can't. And Halo had the same problem. That's right, Hood Rich. Halo had the same problem. It wasn't better or bigger than anything that was available. It just had the name. And it didn't permeate just because it was everywhere. And that's why I said this whole PC venture from them, like I said, pardon my French, Sony, fuck around and find out. Concord, there you go. That's it. They found out. Oops. And hopefully they learn. And I don't like it. I think they're and on the day of Astrobot, we're going to talk some shit about Sony. They're sleazy asses that didn't listen to the gamers. And they proceeded to release that game when people were telling them no. Just as slimy. These corporations are all that way. Just get it out there. Just spit it out there. It'll work. Don't mind them. Don't mind my ass. You got to listen to your audience and read the room. All right? And when you disrespect the audience by putting out something that people don't want, you're going to face the music because the community don't want it. The gamer don't want it. So stop forcing shit to happen, because it's not going to happen just because you say it should be. Oh, well, because we're Sony, we're going to say it. No. And they paid. That's right, Veggie. They paid. And now they better pivot. And in this case, I feel like, both these corporations are friggin' pieces of shit. Microsoft is a piece of shit that just sits on your lawn and you're like, oh, there it is. There's where the smell's coming from. That's the Microsoft. Sony is the piece of shit that you just don't know where the smell's coming from. Something smells, but I can't find out where that shit is. Something smells. That's how I viewed them. Microsoft's the one that stinks. And it's like, there he is. Bad booty on my lawn. There he is. He smells like shit. That's where the smell's coming from. Microsoft is not afraid of it, saying that they are shit. They're right there. But Sony's like that incognito shit. They're like, you're like, what the fuck's that smell? Where's that coming from? And Sony may be behind the tree, maybe behind the bush. But Sony's like that sneaky ass shit where it's like, yo, I got this whiff, but I don't know where it's coming from. That's the shit that Sony pulls. Microsoft, a big ass turd, Matt Booty standing there. It's like, oh, there's the piece of shit that smells. Right there, right in the middle of my lawn. Don't step in it. Well, hopefully they learn. You know? Maybe Fair Games is a tiered launch. Maybe they put it. But again, the problem is that with these multiplayer games, you need the audience. And if they don't think they're going to have a strong enough audience by making it only on PlayStation, they need that PC audience. They need the Helldivers. And I think the problem is that Helldivers hit so hard that they're like, oh, yeah, we're immune to this. We do it good. Like, you know, King of the Castle. You know, sitting there, King of the Castle. It's like, yeah, Sony, well, you got kicked in the nuts with Concord. You're not King of the Castle. You can't just do service games. I'm crazy. Dude, that's what they are. That's what they are. It pissed me off. Don't force shit to happen. Just because you think you're badass, like, doesn't mean that everything works. But anyway, Herman Holtz knew in his pocket he had friggin' Astrobot right here. And they need to clear the way. And this game, and now the thing is, though, is we need to see if Astrobot's going to make a dent in sales. That's going to be interesting. Sony hiding in the mulch. That's right, Hood Rich. This is the thing. This Astrobot stuff, we got to see if this reflection, because I think it's going to be up for, believe me. Right now, Jeff Keighley right now is tickling his grapes. Pause. He's
25. It's coming.
Jeff Keighley right now got grapes in his balls. He's like, oh, what a, he's already excited about the Game Awards. He's like, oh, you were just waiting. He goes, we got Helldivers and Astro. Oh, we got Astrobot. It's going to be animation and the music and atmosphere and art direction. Game of the year. Yo, he's already. Jeff Keighley right now smuggling grapes. He's scratching his grapes right now, going, this is a shoe-in right now for Game of the Year, Astrobot. He can't wait. So let's just hope that the critical success of Astrobot equates to sales, because I feel, given the timing of this, Concord and Astrobot, I think there's going to be a statement made in sales of Astrobot that's like, this is what we want, Sony. Stop fucking around with all the other bullshit. Get back to using your IP, showing respect for all your IP, and bringing back the thing that you did well. And what's crazy is that in the same week, they messed around with their bullshit experiment and then dropped what people been wanting. Single player games that reflect, like, just that. And that's the message that people are going to want to send to them. Oh, the Rebirth will have game. Yes, oh no, I forgot. I gotcha. I know. Astrobot will be up there with Rebirth. Rebirth is freaking incredible. Incredible game. God damn it. Incredible game. But you know another interesting thing? I'm gonna put this out there. Something I noticed. You know what's interesting is that Wukong, $60. Astrobot was $60. Interesting, right? Maybe not every game needs to be a freaking $70 game for the sake of it. But it's interesting. Two of the most recent, very popular games were $60 on console, nonetheless. Interesting. Just a little fun fact of the day. Yeah, Wukong was 60. Yeah, exactly. Again, there's no the thing that they're not making games and stuff, but I think they knew what they had lined up, and they needed to make sure that the runway was clear for their PR. And Concord and Helldivers are 40. Helldivers was 40 as well. So we got, yeah, it's interesting. Pretty interesting there. But I think that they knew. what was coming. And now what's upcoming now is the next part 2 of the whole PS5 Pro thing, of this marketing thing. So Sony had a 30-year anniversary, and you probably see it right here on their celebrating 30 years of PlayStation. Right here, I'll show it. You know, so Sony's already, and also too, they're building up with this 30 years of PlayStation. And if we use Grind's vision, they sneak a little image. Let's see if they took it down. Let's see. Somewhere hidden in the back of this image is I have that aim control there. Is a PS5 Pro, and right in the middle. So we use enhance. Right in the middle, right there, is the reference image of the PS5 Pro. What console is that? You got your aim controllers, your dual sense. Here's your PlayStation Slim over here. PlayStation 5. You got a PlayStation. Here's another thing. Here's your headphones. Here's your dual sense aim controller. Here's your VR controllers with the dock. Here's the Pulse Elites. So all real accessories are around here. Even the little look at this thing. Even the gun with the dongle thing on it. Look at that. Even if that thing, look, their adaptive controllers there. The multi-tap right in the 0 there. They got their buds. There's their PS4 Pro with the 3 sandwiches. iToys. PSPs. Look at it. Even the PlayStation remote is down here. There's the iToy. Look at this. The UMD discs. PSP. The portal up top, upper left. But right smack in the middle, we have a DualSense Edge. And right smack in the middle is who be this? Who's this? That is the reference image of the PS5 Pro. Right in the middle. And it's only in the middle. It doesn't replicate over here on the right, on the left, but just right in the middle of the O. We see pew, pew, right in the middle. New hire Tom made a mistake. No, dude. This is on the blog. This is actually their website. This is not Tom. This is not fabricated. This is from their website. I didn't do that. It has stripes. And that was the reference. It was my Adidas of the PS5 Pro. It has the stripes. That is the reference image of what we saw a couple of weeks ago in the PS5 Pro. There it is. And that's what we had on the thing, right? What was that reference image? The one that they drew last week, right? Wasn't it last week they drew it? This looked like my Adidas. My Adidas. But there it is. Sitting there plain as day. Right there on their website. Celebrating their 30-year anniversary. So that's part 2. And they're saying that next week there may be an announcement of this. Probably the Sony announcement of just like they did with the PS4 Pro, where he talked about the tech in the PS5 and the PS4 Pro. Some of the things, the checkerboard rendering, probably showing games like Astro being enhanced at 120 frames. Who the hell knows, running on this stuff and using some games, and probably talking more about the tech of the PS5. This is what I'm thinking, because they just did this with the PS4 Pro. The PS4 Pro. Shit, just exactly what I said, right, Ryan? Damn, I told you. I said it last week. The disk drive for sale alone sold out. You said sale sold out in the stores. Well, if you didn't hear me last week, I said right now, go get yourself a disc drive now if you could find it. You said they're sold out. Because if this Pro's coming in at digital, you're going to want to slap that thing on it. So, get me my Adidas tracksuit. That's right.
Great Circle is coming out this December.
Get me my Adidas. My Adidas. And by the way, we still need, how many, we had the members there? As long as you know, we get 25 members again, that new emoji. We got 11 today. So just letting you know, more members. So you already got the digital. So, and then I think next week, what they're going to do with the PS5 Pro is that they're going to, if they do announce it, they're going to talk about the tech first, talk about the game, probably show how it's enhancing some of the other games and what it's doing and what the potential is. Maybe not have pre-orders yet. And then they'll do the state of play or whatever, where they show all the new games coming and then maybe have the pre-orders open up that day. That's what I'm thinking. So, because they'll have the tech talk first about why this thing exists, what's in it, and Mark Cerny will explain it, just like they did with the PS4 Pro. And then I think they'll do that with the PS5 Pro, kind of do the tech talk first, and then have the state of play where they show their games coming next year, like Ghost of Tsushima 2, the thing that we've been waiting for, first party heavy showcase, a state of play, whatever the fuck they call it. And then at the end of that, PS5 pre-order for the PS5 Pro opens up. Done. Or announce another day, maybe the day after or something like that. But I think that's their rollout. They're going to kind of do the tech talk and then they'll do the gaming for that. That's the Grindhouse prediction, because they did that with the PS4 Pro. Exactly. See, Rob One said, just like, yeah, they did the Pro, the Tokyo Game Show at the end of the month. They'll do that. Pre-orders open up. So that's what I think they're going to do there with that one. But again, they needed all the PR road. They needed the friggin' PR runway clear. That's what they needed. They needed the runway clear for the PR shit. That's what they needed. And Concord was a bollard, a concrete wall on their runway. It was a blemish, and they had to erase the blemish. Fix the glitch. We fixed the glitch on that thing. And that's basically where they are with that stuff. So, that's where I think. So they needed Concord, not Concord, they needed Astrobot and the PSVR, the PS Pro, and now they're ready to roll with their anniversary and all that other stuff. So that's basically where they are at. So that's why Concord had to go, so that the runway was clear for what they're about to do. That's right. They took Concord out of the back like Lassie. Poor Lassie. And even Jason Schreier said it right here. In a single week, he says, in a single week, the same company modeled two divergent paths for the video game industry. One, a trend-chasing gas with a reported 9-figure budget that was killed 11 days after release, and a small but focused game in a somewhat niche genre that could win Game of the Year. Dude. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. It's coming! Hit that like button, grind it, it's coming!
It's coming! Great Circle is this December 25. It's coming!
From booster to splits, to quality splits, exactly. It's crazy. Crazy. And my tweet was that you respond with games. Everybody's like, where's Herman Holtz to apologize for Concord? Herman Holtz didn't have to say shit. That's Phil Spencer's job. Tout him out like Mickey Mouse. See, when you have bullets in the tank, like you got stuff in your back pocket, you don't need, like Herman Holtz going, we apologize. They said what they needed to say with Concord. They said it. It never existed. Erase. Get rid of it. We don't need Herman Holtz on some PlayStation podcast going, I'm just sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. This is a mess. I take it on the chin and in the splits. And I thought this was going to be great games and not great games. And it wasn't a great game. No, Herman Holtz is like, I don't need to say shit. Release the bot. Do the bot right now. Scrap the shit. Put it under my splits. That's it. Herman didn't have to say anything. We didn't need some PR. Phil took it on the chin. Let's get some quotes. How he's sorry. No. Don't be sorry. They took the line right out of God of War. Sony was like this. Don't be sorry. Be better. And that's what they did. We don't have to come out and be sorry. Here's your money. We're being better. Here's Astrobot, bitch. Phil Spencer's the one that has to be like, we're sorry. We're learning. I figured it out in 20 years. We're still learning. I'm sorry. I took it on the chin. See, right here, it's on the chin. No, we don't. Who did that help? It helped me because I had a friggin' hearty laugh over it because that clown wasn't saying anything about new games. Phil didn't have any new games. He has to come out there and apologize like goddamn Mickey Mouse. We don't need that shit. Who need Herman Holtz to take it on the chin? No. Release a game, and that's it. Shut up. Get back to work. Don't be sorry. Be better. Phil Spencer's been sorry and learning for 20 years. That's the problem. We don't need an Xbox podcast, emergency podcast to tell how we're sorry and shit's not working. No. Sony just said, "What? Here's your money. Concord never existed, and here's Astrobot, and get ready for PlayStation 5 Pro news coming your way. And here's a whole bunch of games that we're gonna do. Here's fucking Wolverine. Here's this. Here's that. Here's this and that, and done."
What are you, the ballet teacher or what?
Yeah, I'm dancing, yeah. Also some karate.
Karate, yeah?
Yeah, can you show me one of your special kicks?
You want to see one of my kicks?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah?
Oh, shit! Holy shit, that's what Herman did. That's who he went into Firewalk, and he goes, that's it. Fix this shit, we're done. There's the monies. He's like, I'm not getting out there and talk about learning. I'm not learning shit. I know what quality is. Here it is. That's what happened. That's what happened. So that's it. Don't be sorry. Be better. You don't need to go out there and do a world apology tour. I'm sorry. You gave them the money back. Phil Spencer had to say sorry because he kept the shit out there for sale. Oh, Redfall will be on sale for the rest of the year. I'm sorry, it's here. Phil didn't pull Redfall. He left that shit out there. He's like, oh, you know what? Shit, we suck. Enjoy. Phil wasn't like, you know what? Pull Redfall. That game is ass. That's not representation of Xbox and the quality that we have here. Stutter and Satya wants better. We don't want Redfall out there. Phil went out there and goes, yeah, Redfall sucks. We're sorry. I'm learning. And it was on sale for another year. It's like, imagine you come at a restaurant, the guy comes out there, it's like, yeah, food sucks. We're still learning in the kitchen. Hope you enjoy the meal. And it's still $50 a plate. Good night. Herman Oates comes out the kitchen. He goes, our food sucks. The game sucks. Go home. Go to another place to go eat. This place sucks. I'm not going to serve my food to you. That's what that's how Herman took care of the situation. He's like, it sucks. Take it back. We'll take it back to the kitchen. You don't hear from it again. We erase it. Phil Spencer, it sucks. It's horrible. I take it on the chin. We should have known better. It's on sale for $70 for next year. That's Phil. He kept it on the store shelves. They still buy our shit. We'll fix it. We're learning. That's the difference. And that game was broke. That game sucked. I know, True Virgil. I know your balls are in the bind. But yeah, it sucked. That game was broken. Vampires suck. And not in a good way. Oh, shit. Margarita talking about Giants. Don't get me mad. I don't know what they're going to do. Eagles in Rio de Janeiro right now against some Mauritius. I love Brazil. I went down Brazil for a year and a half for work, man. It was freaking awesome. Radizio. Obrigado. That's it. But anyway, they're down there. But anyway, this is what's happening. They scrapped it, never existed. The favelas. Anyway. But it's wild. And there was another topic I wanted to talk about too. And then this is some insiders, and maybe as we lead into hopefully getting that new emoji, I could add the new emoji. We got an update on our Xbox
Skip.
we got an update on Xbox Skip.
Skip.
Simple as that.
Skip.
And Kojima tweeting about 30-year anniversary.
Your side.
Whoa, what's going on there? No, we don't need Huggy. No. I'm not wasting my breath on that circus. I got him right here.
Stop! Enough!
That's what I gotta say every time I see his face on the thing. Enough. And now there's marketing apparently with GTA 6. Dude, I'll wait till we talk about it till that shit happens. Where's the thing I wanted to talk about here? So we got an update on Xbox Skip here. Xbox Skip. Apparently they fixed the NT framework. So incredible that the NT framework, so the Capcom fighting game 1 and 2 will be on Xbox sometime next year, because Microsoft announced that they worked with, Capcom said they worked with us and they were able to get it in there because Microsoft's reactionary as hell. Same thing what they did with Hakta and Trua. So like we got some updates on Xbox Skip. Here we go. So so they fixed that with the with Capcom fighting games. So they fixed the NT framework issue. And I got some inside knowledge here that the exclusive knowledge that they did send over the Xbox Ninjas to work with Capcom, because the Microsoft's so reactionary. So Capcom finally said they're coming next year, even though the first one's coming out next week. We got to wait to 2025.
25.
It's coming. But they worked the MT framework issue. Now people are like, well, what about Mega Man and all this other stuff? Well, they sent over the Xbox Ninjas at Capcom. So the new emoji that everybody wants, the ninjas. I got an insight of how it went down. So they sent over. Now, if you're familiar with the Xbox Ninjas here, I do have some contacts, and they are over at Microsoft. I got some contacts of the Xbox Ninjas, and I got exclusive recordings of these. And when I was explaining about Wukong, and about like, oh, Sony Money had it, and Paul Task 180 decided to say, oh, he doubled down on their some sort of exclusivity deal. I told you what happened. Somebody was doing their job to get the game to work on PlayStation. Microsoft's the other guy. So the Xbox Ninjas, 2 guys, 1 tooth, as we call them here at the Gaming Grindhouse, went over there and they fixed NT framework. So I got the exclusive how it went down. It's incredible. It's incredible the access that I have here now that we're approaching 3,000 subscribers. It's incredible the access of the insiders that I have and the exclusive recordings that I only get. It's incredible. So as we get to 1,000, 3,000, let's get more, because I got to get more contacts to give you these exclusive interviews. So Capcom was sitting there going, we're not putting this Capcom fighting game on Xbox because of MT framework. Phil Spencer took about a year after he did his world tour. He went to Gamescom, and then he went to PAX, talked about story time, and then he came back to his desk and he goes, shit, they want this Capcom game. Oh, man, you know what? Capcom's lying. He's like, you know what? Send the ninjas. Phil's like, send the ninjas. Send them in. The best we got. And here comes a Capcom. Capcom. Shit, who that? They're calling us. They want in. Xbox Ninjas. Hey, we're 2 guys, 1 2 of these people. We're the Xbox Ninjas. We're here to fix the Series X. You have problems with MT framework. Sorry about that. Phil Spencer sent us over to fix the MT frameworks to fix Capcom games to have Street Fighters. It works. Oh, here's This is this is the best Xbox got, the Xbox ninjas. Yes, we're the best. Best at what we do. These are the guys that are supposed to fix this place. The ninjas are back. The empty framework. All right, come on in here. Well, but we have a request. What's your request? What do you want? What do you need? Do you have any frosted glass? We would like to work behind the frosted glass. What? You're not going to work by no frosted glass. But glass. Work on them. No, there's no frosted glass. You work on the ass right here, bitch in the hallway. There's no frosted glass for you. So there you go. They sent over the friggin' Xbox ninjas. They sent them over. 2 guys, 1 tooth. That 1 tooth between the both of them, and they fixed the MT framework issue. They're still working on it. It's going to take until next year. They're a little slow. But that's the insight right there. That's the insight right there. I'm telling you. That's how they fixed it. Now we got the issue of the missing emails. So, add to Haktu. This is updates on Xbox Skip. Adding to Haktu, we have another company, Antrudia, the last song, if I'm saying it wrong, sorry. Another indie game, Antrudia, whatever the hell it's called. The last song, complaining about not getting answers from Xbox ID at Xbox. Haktu had the problem, and now this game had the problem. Nobody answering their emails, taking years, saying we're not doing a PlayStation, we're not doing an Xbox version. Well, incredible Phil Spencer came down from the rooftops because he's still learning. And they had an official thing. We would like to officially thank Phil Spencer and his team for reaching out promptly to help resolve the situation. Listen, if you got to go on Twitter and basically threaten that your game is not going to Xbox because nobody has responded to you and it's taking too much time, the fact that you got to that point, people need to acknowledge what the hell. Well, you know what? Don't let me state this. Maybe we get our other meme here. But like the fact that you got to that point, you got to go. What the fuck is going on at Xbox? That's what you need to do. The fact that you got to that point that you needed to plea for somebody to answer your email so the game could work on an Xbox sounds similar to the issue with MT Framework. Where were you before to figure out that this game is not working on Xbox? Like, where is your connections? Like, how do you have to wait to reading Twitter to figure out, oh shit, they got a problem? It shouldn't even get to there. Where's Chris Charles' ass? Where's Jason Ronald's ass when he's not over at Gamescom and then over at PAX East or PAX West, touring the world? Maybe keep your executives in their office doing their job instead of touring around like fucking Mickey Mouse ice capades. Maybe that's what you should do. Because the fact that that guy had to come out, that company had to come out and beg for somebody to answer their emails. And Phil Spencer and his team had to come down. Listen, let me ask you a question. I said this before. Where is the like? There's the Bootylicious, Swiss Booty, Clap It in the Streets, Sarah Bond, Xbox, Chris Chawler, ID at Xbox. Why is it always Phil Spencer saves the day? You notice that? It's always Phil Spencer saves the day. Because Phil Spencer, he's like this. He's like this.
No, you like to look at yourself on television, you 6 son of a bitch. So look at this.
He loves himself, some Phil Spencer. He loves himself. He's always fixing things. He messes up, and then he comes around and fixes it. He's the guy that takes a shit on the sidewalk. Somebody steps in it, and then he comes around and cleans it up. They're like, oh, thank you, sir, so much for cleaning this. You're such a great person. Meanwhile, he's the one that took the shit. like, this is the thing. You're the one that's creating the issue. But then you come in and save. The problem, the issue shouldn't exist. He always saves the day. It's like, he's like an evil Superman. He's like shooting laser beams in people's buildings. The shit's about to fall down. Then he comes and saves the day. They're like, thank you. You saved us. You wouldn't need to be saved if the son of a bitch wasn't knocking down shit. Have no fear, I'll clean it up. Right? That's the thing. You shit up the place and then you clean it and think like I'm a hero. Dude, the place shouldn't be a shit up to begin with. And people only see the second, oh, Phil, oh, here it is, here it is. Look at all the ball washing. Here they come. Look, oh, Phil, oh, look at this. That's good to hear. Where is all the love, Phil? I Paint Houses. In fact, it's wild that Twitter had to be involved for Phil to respond. Thank you, I Paint Houses. There's some facts right there. Good to see. Amazing news. Oh, no. Now let's go after Paul, Tassie, and Jez. How are they going to spin this one? Bootleg Jez. That was a quick turnaround. They don't deserve it. Like happened with Capcom. I'm sorry for you. Sorry. Why wasn't anyone in contact before? And then you got the cap as Xbox, we love you, Phil. Where is it? Love to see it. There we go. See Phil Spencer. Where's all things? Yeah, here's Siggy Guns. Hopefully Xbox learned something from this bullshit. I can tell you they didn't learn shit. And Austin says that reports is Austin. Exactly, Don. Like this is what this guy does.
No, you like to look at yourself on television, you sick son of a bitch. So look at this.
He loves to watch himself on some TV. But there you go. Phil Spencer saved the day. He shut up the place. But how is this happening? It's always him. Sarah Bond don't step in to do anything. Matt Booty don't come in at all and say anything.
Great ass!
Nobody. It's always Phil, this top executive. Like, it's always him to come save the brand. So friggin' weird. Sarah doesn't do interviews by herself. Booty don't sit around and talk about the games that he's overseeing. And now they're going to be a Tokyo Game Show. And people are like, oh, maybe they'll announce Final Fantasy and all this other shit. Dude, were they going to announce about games that didn't come to their platform, coming to their platform? That's going to be news? Come on. Come on. We're going to see more Indiana Jones and Tokyo Game Show? More Janky Jones? You got to release some friggin' games, dude. You see how quick, when you have games to respond, you could easily pivot the focus. But see, that's the problem that they've had. They had a Redfall, and then they sit there and they got a 30-frame Starfield, and then they got talking about 30 frames in Avowed, you know?
Avowed is juicy 30 frames.
I'm sorry. Juicy 30 frames. I got to make sure to catch that. I keep missing that all the time. It's a juicy 30 frames. It's not just 30 frames. It's juicy 30 frames. Thank you for correcting me. Voice of reason. But that's the thing. Like, you need to respond with games, and you haven't. So you got to sit there with the egg on your face, taking it on the chin, leading people, doing these little things right now. We are now working closely with Microsoft. Dude, where were they in the beginning? And if games are skipping them because of this glitches and bugs and response time, that's a problem. They shouldn't have to go public with this stuff. And if the gamers are not getting games because of your incompetence or bugs or glitches in your system, that's messed up, and that needs to be addressed. Not the celebration that Phil had to say, go email them back, dude. You own fucking Outlook. Fix that shit. How are you not answering the emails? You own Outlook. But you can't be the hero when you're the one that's creating the bullshit. Fix it. And the fact is that gamers are missing out on games. And that was that video I was talking about, like what Fonz was saying and stuff like that. Like, you know, just like if they're losing games because of this stuff or some technical issues with the S that they're not willing to send out the Xbox Ninjas, as slow as they are, thanks. It's sending out the Xbox Ninjas to make sure that it works on the S, showing that you give a damn. Like I said, if you don't care, the developers are not going to care. And they're going to skip your platform. They're going to skip it.
Skip. Yeah. But skip.
They will skip.
Skip.
You need, if you're going to put out something, you need to work with them and you need to have a better system. And if I've never heard like just missing out on games because you are not answering emails or talking, and then Phil Spencer has to be tagged and tweeted and X'd and whatever the hell they call it, and just, Phil, stop telling us your story time and about how you messed up and missed out on all this IP because you didn't see value in it, like Destiny and Spider-Man and Guitar Hero and GTA. And, you know, stop talking about all these things and you're still learning. Meanwhile, right under your nose, shit's not working and you have to learn from that. Like, you're not learning. The fact that it got to there is ridiculous. And not just with them. Hawk 2, the Hawk game, still no answering emails. The fact that everybody had to ask Capcom, where's the Xbox version? They're like, oh, I don't know. Where is it? I don't know. The fact that they're wondering if a Wukong is an exclusive or a paid for exclusive or was it technical? What is it? Oh, it's not technical. Then what is it then? Is it an exclusive deal? Because I don't see anybody interviewing Sony, Paul Tass 180 going, hey, is Wukong a deal? Because if it wasn't a deal, then why would Sony be like, we can't talk about it? Did anybody reach out to Sony? Is Sony commenting on Wukong exclusivity? Reach the developer? No. They're asking Microsoft why it's not on their platform. And Microsoft's like, oh, they don't know shit. They're like, it's not due to any technical reasons. It may be some deal or something like that. Why are you asking Microsoft why the shit ain't there? If it's an exclusive deal, go ask Sony. If you're doubling down on it, where the fuck's your interview with Herman Oltz? Hey, Herman, is Wukong an exclusive? Did you pay for exclusive? What? Ask the developer. Hey, the developer said it was technical. Microsoft's lying? They answered the PR person who said the same PR statement 4 months later. The fact is it's not there. And if it's not there because of an exclusivity deal, that shouldn't be a secret, right? It shouldn't be this like, oh, is it a deal? It may be a deal. It may not be a deal. But the person who made the deal is the one that's not saying anything. Isn't that weird? I pay for this game to be on my platform, and I'm not going to say anything. But I paid for that. Don't you think I would want to mock it and say, hey, this is the only console to play Wukong on? Especially with it selling like tens of millions right now. Why would you be quiet about paying for something to be on your platform? No, but let's ask Microsoft, who doesn't have a clue with their head up their ass. They're not even answering emails for the Idea at Xbox team. Let's ask them, and their PR person is going to be, Phil's not around for that one. Their PR person's like, oh, well, it may be deals, but it's not technical. I'm sure you know. Why is it a mystery? And the fact is, if it is an exclusivity deal, Phil, where were you to say this is a great game I want on my platform? Where were you in that deal? Oh, well, you're at Gamescom talking about your life stories. So that's the problem. Like, why is it even an issue? It's a mystery. He's a sleuth. Indiana Jones. Goddamn Tassie Jones. Tassie Janky Jones. Get in on it. Figure it out because it's such a conspiracy. What is it? All I know is that it's not on Xbox. And they're still learning. And it's just funny. It's like, well, we had to find out after the fact that Capcom games, the fighting games, are not on Xbox. Anturia, sorry about the name, Hawk 2, we know that one. Hawk. Not on Xbox for not answering emails. And now Wukong. Not on Xbox. For whatever reason. Not technical. That's all I can tell you. It's not technical. Whatever it is. Why? Why? And where's our savior, Phil Spencer, who's saving the day over there? Why can't he answer that question? Why? No. And then why? Where were you? So, these are the problems that they have. They're still learning. But when you have a game, you could quickly switch perception because gamers care about games. And the fact is that you messed up with Concord and Sony quickly rebounded with Astrobot. And they got the other stuff that's lined up that I'm sure they can't wait to share with the PS5 Pro games that are going to be running on the PS5 Pro. And that's the thing. You quickly respond to games. That was the quickest pivot I've ever seen. It went from Sony messed up, Concord, that could have been a conversation for months on end, probably till the end of the year. But they quickly squashed that thing. Here's your money. Never existed. Here's some hush money. We're done. And here's Astrobot. Let's celebrate again with some games.
25. It's coming.
It's here. And Grinders, the Gaming Grindhouse will be here on Monday. So hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, on our way to 3,000. And we are now about, what is it, 15? Probably about another 15, 20 members away. 15 members or so away from the new emoji of the Xbox Ninjas. So join the membership. You get all these awesome emojis. Get access to some early songs sometimes. Ultimate Grinders access gets all the music that you hear here. So thank you again, Grinders. Hit that like button and go play some Astrobot. Go play some Warhammer. And let's rock. And get ready for next week because I think it's going to be a banger of a week and maybe a month. So hit that like button. Thank you again for all the super chats. Thank you for the new members. And thank you for liking and subscribing to the Gaming Grindhouse. Hit that like button and I'm out.
Supply